Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeons. So, over the past week or so, we've been doing the Mirror Dungeon 2 with each of the main status effects. We've covered pretty much every status effect at least decently well enough for me to feel comfortable moving on to some of the other E.G.O gifts. Now, there's a lot of E.G.O gifts here, and I've seen almost all of them. Um, I think this one is just like, what is this? This is the Gloom. I think that's just the Gloom tier 4, but I digress. So now I'm going to try looking at some of the non-status effects based ones that I think deserve their own special focus, and there's quite a few of them. It should last up until we actually get Mirror Dungeon 2 worth of just building around specific E.G.O gifts. So this time, I've built a team around Faith. Now, Faith is a little strange. When using a skill that flips plus coins, the ally's SP applies at the maximum value at the start of the next turn, unless corroded. So it's phrased weird, but if you use anything with a plus coin, that means next turn you effectively just are guaranteed get heads on everything. Which seems a little strange because, well, most of the time, well, you'll already have that. You'll just be max sand and you won't have to worry about that. So I've built this very strange looking team. Now, the entire focus of this team is it's quite simple, really. And that's that its purpose is to build up these 4 status effects. And I think like this, yeah. Its purpose is to build up these 4 status effects. Now, why in particular? Well, these first few floors, we're just going to be purely focusing on building up these status effects. And the reason for that is because then, Sun Shower. Now, Sun Shower is very powerful. Its big issue is its 35 sanity cost. So if you use it at max sanity, you still only have a 60% chance to roll ahead, which is not exactly what you look for. Now, of course, it does heal SP on a heads. Still, that doesn't apply to the actual attack itself. So basically, the plan is first turn, Yi-Sung uses a skill in order to get the status effect next turn to guarantee heads, and then he uses Sun Shower to guarantee heads on the 5-target mass attack. And that's basically my plan for this. This is how I'm going to try and get the most possible value out of Faith. Now, there's probably more, like, possible things you could do to get value from Faith. I'm sure of it, but this will be enough for now. Trigger's not going to do great in this clash, that's fine. He won't take too much damage. Ooh. Now, I'm not going to use the Mass Deck too much early on. We shouldn't need it, but starting like floor 3, floor 5, that's when we're going to be spending all these resources we'll be gaining. Okay. Something like this. And we just want to avoid the envies. With this team in particular can only get these 4 and a little bit of envy. And if the envies are both tertiary, it's basically just Dawn and Rhodion's tertiary skills. So we just don't use those and we'll be fine. It's not like I'd want to use Dawn's tertiary most of the time anyways, because it would deal a bunch of self-damage to herself. Now, some other things I definitely want to get. I definitely want to manage to get, like, commemorative coin, because then we get even more benefit from this, because, well, then he'd be able to use it twice and guarantee that the heads on his mass attack twice, assuming that was the first single point skill played in turn, which is definitely doable. And of course, that would be very much decimation for the enemies. There's all the enemies down. Oh, this guy. Well, if we tell the truth, we'll just get something that benefits the charge a little bit. I mean, yeah. I'll take the curriculum today. It's not great, but, like, it'll help Dawn a little bit. She uses her secondary once and she gains haste next turn. Which haste isn't really too important here, mainly because of the fact that we've already got a lot of it. But, like, looking at this, we'll get a little bit of lust from these two, but that should still be fine. We can live with a little bit of lust. This means we won't have any wrath at all. And we just need to not use the lust or envy, or at least minimize usage of lust and envy, which will just be purely tertiaries. Of course, this does mean a lot of these people we don't want to give them another tertiary through the use of the shop. Since, well, we don't want to use the tertiaries most of the time. There are a couple exceptions, like Yi-Sung's tertiary we definitely want more of, because it's pride. Like, Gregor's tertiary is... I don't remember what it is, it's sloth. And, your tertiary, gluttony. All status effects we want. So those are the only people we'll actually give more tertiaries to. The other people we'd probably just give them more secondaries, if anything. Or maybe we just don't spend the cost there. Well, we'll see. We should be mostly fine on cost here. We're not going to be interested in a lot of the E.G.O gifts in the shop because of the fact we're not looking for any specific status effects, and most E.G.O gifts are based on one status effect or another. Although we do have curriculum pay, it could be nice to get some like vague charge-based stuff, especially stuff like the employee card. Just give everyone 3 charge whenever you use a skill that gains charge. We'll use Rip Space here because we might as well, since we can. Do a lot of damage to that guy. Nice. Yeah, curriculum pay isn't too bad for her. She's gonna have insane speed most of the time. And she's the only person here with charge. She's gonna be the only one benefiting from it though. And it's what, 1 power up? Or it's basically just one... Yeah, it's 1 power up and 2 haste because she's got Gloom. That's the victory there. And another event. Monkey Tree. Snap the Trig. We'll have a little bit of Rupture. Like, you've got Rupture and, you've got Rupture. So, I mean, sure, it'll just be a little bit more. The issue is we're only looking for like 1 or 2 E.G.O gifts, so... Hopefully, I'm also going to try and hopefully get the 1 E.G.O gift I'm still missing from the compendium. If I get that, I'll just buy it pretty much on the spot. Otherwise, I don't really know. There's a lot of stuff that'll just synergize in very small ways, and that's enough, really. Like, if we can get stuff that, like... Oh, if we can get the coat, that would be very good. Buffing mass attacks by 15% damage. That would synergize very well. We're also not getting a lot of pride here, so Grand Welcome could be nice. We're kind of slacking on the pride department. Yeah. Nice. Just a couple of them left, but they should be pretty much just pushovers. And then like that to get a couple of prides off. Nice. And of course Dawn's gonna build up a bunch of charge when she really doesn't need it. That's a funny idea for something in like a future Mirror Dungeon, like changing the affinity of a skill, like being like, oh, I'm at a shop, so now I'm gonna take this person's skill randomly chosen, and I can just change it to, say, Lust for no reason other than the fact it might benefit me better. More Pride of Pierce, we've got a fair bit of Pride, Pride of Pierce. We'll go for Gathering Skulls, even though the battery is a little bit of a damage up overall. We don't particularly need it. And I'll still go for the shop. Because it could have something good. Who do I want here? Kind of slacking Gloom now, actually. I can take either of them, really. I'll take you, though. I'll take you because of the pride, I guess. This way we only have 5 Gloom, which isn't a lot, which means the Zippo Lighter would also be a pretty good gift to get. So that we just have like a passive Gloom income. I don't know, I'm not really too worried. No matter what, we'll be able to use Sunshell a lot. It's definitely, I think it's the most, is it the most expensive mouse attack in the game? No, we didn't take Otis yet, right. But Otis's Green Stem is similar, but like, because, what, 10 in total for Sunshower Yisung? I think it's something, it might only be like 9 for Ebony Stem, but it might be 10. It's somewhere in that ballpark. Is it also 10 for Fluid Sac? I don't know. I think all the 5-target mass decks are, like, they're all keys, and they're all fairly expensive to use because, well, 5 targets. Definitely can be very nice, especially against later encounters. They're all staggered here. Excellent. ready to be reaped. There we go. And of course, if we do get equal amounts of all the resources we need, we'll need to prioritize sloth over them because of the fact that we need 4 sloth as opposed to 2 of the others. I think I built the team well enough as far as that goes. Yeah, 11 sloth. By the time we get everyone, we'll have 13 sloth. It'll be 13 sloth, 11 gluttony, 3 gloom, and 9 pride, and we'll have 2 lost and 2 envy as well that we're going to try and avoid using. It would be funny if I could, like, temporarily be uptie units. Like, just for the sake of getting more of whatever I'm trying to get more of. And there's a lot of tertiaries I don't need, but a lot of primaries and secondaries I do like. That was what I did with Kurokuma Honglu for a while. I just had at uptie 2 just so I didn't get his skill 3. But then I realized, oh, his skill 3 is actually pretty good too. There's not really a good reason to focus, like, entirely on just spamming his skill 2. Even if skill 2 is still probably more damage output, his skill 3 is sick paralysis. Which is kind of busted if you get high speed against boss enemies. Right, yeah, you can do that. Might as well. And this might... Actually, no, just do it. Just kill that guy. For the sake of it, really. No, I mean, it's hard to tell, like, when Faith is working, but I think it's fairly safe to say that it has been working. There's been a lot of heads from everyone, at least turn 2 onwards. Turn 1, it just doesn't take into place, but because we pretty much only got heads coins, it'll pretty much always trigger. Yisong, grand welcome. Oh. Well, I'm taking grand welcome, absolutely. This is going to be a lot of pride. Although that does mean... Can't get this. We could change one of his skill 2s to a skill 3. Don't know if I want any of these, really. Because if he's too much of a skill 2, that's, like, good, but, like... He won't be able to build up. He's not going to build up his tremor at all if we go for that. But we don't need him to build up his tremor. That's the thing. He's got his own mass attack, so we'll pay that. Give him another skill 2. In exchange for one of his skill 1s. And weak slash weak pride, we could do this. Or we could just go there. I'll go for this. Might as well. I think whatever it is, we should be able to handle it well enough. Could pop a Sun Shower here second turn. I mean, I really could pop Sun Shower first turn too, and it still would be fine. But now, pride is no longer an issue at all. Yeah, we'll do it now. We'll just make sure we have everyone clash at least a little bit. Neutral, Also neutral, I guess it's dominating if you go for that one instead. And you know, we're doing great on speed. We also need to not prioritize pride nearly as much anymore. It's not going to be an issue. So every single battle, we'll get at least 5 pride, and we'll get 2 pride from every kill. Which, safe to say, is a lot. Enough to sustain, well, a lot of Sun Showers. So we still managed to get ahead there. So we'll heal SB afterwards, so we'll get down to... we'll go down to 10, and then we'll heal 15, so back to 25. And then if we kill anyone, we'll gain a little extra. We might kill one of them here. We probably killed one of them there, one of the staggered ones, if nothing else. No, they'll live, I think. Oh no, wait, is it heads hit? So because he hit everyone, did his sanity just go up to max immediately again? Yes, it did. Now, we're gonna use it again, though. And you know, we'll just have everyone else defend, I think, just to maximize this. Because now, no matter what, his sanity will be down, but he's guaranteed to get ahead, even though it would be a 60% chance otherwise. Assuming I'm understanding this correctly. Yeah. I think so. And these guys all perish. They're all staggered, so this is going to do a lot of damage. Especially because doesn't it stack the sloth power? So I think yes, he's got 2 sloth power up and 4
그럼
sloth
이번
damage
전투도
up there.
쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Because whenever you use Sun Shower, it gives you the buffs for the current turn and the turn after. So if you keep on doing it, it'll like kind of be effectively double the second turn of doing it. Weak to Wrath, weak to Blunt.
네네, 작전 지역으로 이동 중. 교신
One
끝.
of the things. Once again, I need to start writing these down since I'm not paying enough attention. And it's you.
늦으면
That's
내피랑
fine.
먼저 갈 거야.
Could do this. Might as well. The worst that can happen, lose some sanity.
피워보지.
Nice. And done winning, of course. It was easy enough clash to win. Now, the clash we gave to, who did we give the clash to? I think we gave the clash to Ryoshu. Might not be as easy, but thanks to the Sun Shower, they should all get staggered, I think. I think the big guy's weak to Pierce. I think the minions are weak to Slash. Maybe Blunt, one of the two. Still take a lot of damage, though. Yep. That guy just died to the rupture damage, I think. He was at 2 HP, but then I think thanks to the wee bit of rupture the enemies have, it was enough to finish him off. And we just attack him and kill him here. Could go for another Sun Shower, but I'd rather save some resources. And Grand Welcome gives other stuff too, doesn't it? Whenever you get a kill, it'll just give you some other random resources alongside the guaranteed pride, something like that. Of course, insane. Envy your slash gain slash damage, do more damage and take less damage against enemies with sinking. Allies with gloom skills deal more damage and take more damage. Will we inflict sinking? Will we gain poise from anything? When an ally defeats an enemy with a sloth skill, they gain poise next turn. Okay, that actually could be funny. So we kill a bunch of people with Sun Shower. Yi-Sung will just get a bunch of poise. That sounds good enough for me. 23 across the board? Yep, 23 across the board. We'll go for this then, I guess. Slash weakness, it should be fine. Slash weakness probably means it's gonna be... I mean, it's probably gonna be Kanto 2 enemies then. Unless it does end up being lobotomy E.G.O people. No, it's just Kanto 2 enemies. Pretty much the only, like, place where there's, like, a significant amount of, the only place where there's a significant amount of slash weak enemies. Now, slash being like kind of like the most like standard damage type, I feel, isn't very commonly used here yet. Mostly been blunt so far still. So the blunt enjoyers are feeding, the Assad enjoyers. Unga Bunga people. Fair enough, Unga Bunga is fun. Bunga Bunga. Nice. And there's still one left with 2 HP. Literally any attack will kill him. So you do this. The rupture alone would be enough to kill, even if you manage to deal 0 damage somehow. That also only did 1 rupture damage when he had 2 rupture potency and 1 rupture count, so I actually don't know. Unless that was 1 rupture count and 2 rupture potency. Oh, here we go. Dealing damage using Gluttony or Pierce, inflict defense level down on the target. AKA, Mass Attack Pierce will inflict defense level down on everyone on the enemy side. Take a rest, everyone heal up a little bit. Some people who have lost some clashes need a little bit of healing, and event time. I don't think I've seen this before. The centipede-like thing donned a rotten sheet of cloth. Corpse reeks of rotting bodies, like it was used to dress a corpse. There are strange booklets hanging all over its body. Looking closely, those are prayer books. What does it believe in? What does it pray for? Should we take a prayer book or ask what it believes in? We'll take a prayer book. Who's gonna take it? You or you? You've got good chances. It's focused on its prayers. Doing your best to ignore the rotting stench, you manage to take a prayer book off its body. It's so deeply immersed that it doesn't notice us approach and take the booklet at all. Perhaps its faith was too deep for prayer books to hold any meaning. whatever beliefs and doctrines it follows, they would already be firmly rooted in its mind and heart. Oh, this is the red order. I think I have seen this already, and I probably stole this again once before. Ally inflicts sinking with skills. Ally gains offense level up next turn. So offense level up to Yi-Song whenever he inflicts sinking, which some of his stuff does. How convenient. So the first, he's got good sinking in quite a few of his skills. His tertiary is the one that's the sinking deluge, but his secondary is the big sinking one. And he's got a secondary right now he can use. They're resistant here, so I'm not going to mass attack them. We'll save the mass attack. We'll use it on the floor boss. It's going to be a morale fight, almost certainly. I didn't even look at what they're actually going to be doing. I also used a lust skill this turn, that's fine. Just means we're going to get a little bit more lust here. We're doing really great on the other resources, thanks to just gaining a bunch of it from killing people with the Grand Welcome active. And yep, these guys left. Yeah, I mean, not the most for these. If we do have something that like only requires these, we could use it. I don't know what we have that only uses these. I'm sure there's definitely something. Like, what does this use? Yeah, it looks like that might have been an option. Roseate Desire. Yeah, it's just Lust, just Envy. So his Roseate Desire, we can always use that if we're ever in a pinch. Good to know. Also, never take the Pride if that's the option, because we are at 84 Pride. Oh, you lost your Clash. Unfortunate. And that guy's at 5 HP. There we go. That one's finished off, and this one is going to be staggered by Swipe and then taken out by Yi-Sung. Easy enough. Thanks for getting a kill with the Sloth he had poised that turn. Yeah, so we get a shop now, and then we'll do the Morale fight. Weak to Blunt. Probably Morale. I mean, it could be someone else. It could be like E.G.O, I guess. Funny one. Dawn skill, I guess we'll take another skill 2 for Dawn. That's pretty beneficial. And I mean, do we want Nixie Divergence? No. So I think we just leave here. Dawn getting another secondary means we have a better way to get Gloom out, because of the fact Dawn's got 3 Gloom now instead of just 2. And of course, Gloom is the skill I'm trying to focus on right now. Okay, it sure is E.G.O, which means Heather isn't to Pierce, but no one else is. You'll be able to hit everyone but the guy in the back. That's good enough for me, I think. Because the guy in the back is going to be protected by E.G.O. How kind. Use something like this. That'll cost like 1. You know, it'll cost 1 Gloom, but there's a better Absolute Resonance, so I'll go for it. And it just means this guy's going to be staggered. The one person who isn't being hit by Sun Shower. Amid went first, so he's not getting the Sloth bonus from Sun Shower. But that's fine. It still staggers. Oh, Dawn lost the Clash. He had some of his coins though, so it's not too big of a loss. And then Slash won this Clash. So here we go. This is probably going to be a Tails. Oh no, I've still got a Heads though. That's lucky. And so we do it again next turn, and it demolishes everyone, because it'll be a guaranteed Heads. Yeah, so the thing is, he only gets all his sanity back if he rolled Heads in the first place. Which means that second turn, he might just be down to like 10 SP some of the times. However, we're not needing to worry about that here. You don't have any charge. I didn't buy another Rift Space for you, did I? Oh, I did. Oh, I bought the wrong thing. Oh. Whoops. I meant to change it rip into a leap, but I took the second option by accident, turned a leap into a rip space. That's fine. You can just evade there. It's a little bit unfortunate, but could be fine. This is only gonna hit him, is it? Great. That kinda is unfortunate. Unless I've got a way to change things. Does yours attack the back? Yes. And then I can... No, that's Gregor still. If I had, like, Ishmael or someone here, someone else who I could use to change the order. I don't think I do. What I was going for there is because Dimension Shredder is one of the ones that always targets the rearmost unit. So you can see, in this situation, Gregor is attacking this guy, but Yi-Sung is still attacking these guys. If Yi-Sung was, say, here instead of here, then in this situation, Dimension Shredder would have been enough in order to make it so he wasn't attacking E.G.O. Because he's attacking E.G.O, it's not really worth it to go for... What's it called right now? What does this cost? Lust and Pride? Oh, we've got Lust and Pride. Let's not go to Sancho. We're fine enough then. Anything that costs Pride, we can throw away. Anything that costs Wrath, Lust, or Envy, we can throw away. We just need to conserve our Sloth, Gluttony, and Gloom. And even then, we don't need to conserve it too closely. We'll probably still have plenty of it by the end of the rate we're going at. That wasn't the best, but she won the class. She didn't have to resort on evasion. So it's good enough for me. This will stagger, and then it'll do a fair bit of damage because of that fact. Nice. Everyone having protection. Always a very good thing to see. And Moment's Floral Breeze getting a pretty good buff thanks to last turn's Sun Shower, even if there wasn't another Sun Shower being used this turn. Still gonna stagger E.G.O. Yeah, the fact that certain people just take double the actual space with Mass Attack, very annoying, especially for someone like E.G.O. I can understand it like a little bit for like things that things that only get 1 coin, like Abno parts that only have 1 coin. I can understand it there, but like he's got 3 coins and all of them become 2x's, so effectively he counts as 6 targets for a single Mass Attack, which is a little bit absurd. Does this take? Pride and Gloom. How much Gloom? 1 Gloom. That's probably fine then. We don't need... We're not in too, like, bad a spot as far as that goes, so it should still be fine. Unfortunate about that accidental Warp Dawn purchase, though. Means we may be doing a little less than ideal on Gloom the rest of this run. Should be fine, though. I'm not too bothered. Because how much Gloom do we have? We're at like, what, 24 now? I just spent 1 of it there. That's fine enough. We've got a couple of things that only cost a little bit of Gloom. Like suddenly one day is just a tiny bit of Gloom. And then Leap to finish him off? Yes. And off he runs. Oh, but he ran to the left this time because he was facing the left. So he's running away from the mansion instead of towards it. The good ending, I suppose. Lead, more options when choosing a gift. I'll take this even though we don't have a lot of floors left just because it's pretty nice. Even if we're only going to get it like once more guaranteed. And we can throw you on now. So we get a little more gluttony. Still not a lot of gloom. That's fine. That's what Gregor's purpose is going to be. He's going to be our gloom spammer. Otherwise, you've been fine on all the other resources, I'd say. Yeah, especially Pride. Who would have thought? Yeah, in this situation, we just go for the Lust because of the fact that Pride does nothing for us and Lust has better chances overall. And we'll go for the 1 Gloom here to try and offset the usage of Sun Shower a little bit. Could hopefully be offset by the fact that if we get 5 kills, we'll get like 10 random resources from it, so we should get at least another Gloom. Now this isn't going to be killing any of them, I don't think. It'll be weakening a lot of them. I don't think it'll be strong enough to kill them, because they're neutral to the Pierce. Yeah, staggered some of them. Now if we had the Rusted Coin, it would be a different story. Using it again. killing all of them.
적확한 한압이었어.
Nice.
늘 새롭다니까.
Not going for a lot of sloth stuff here. I mean, it's probably because I'm not going like all in on sloth. Going all in on sloth and getting like the sun shower ego gift could be funny, since that one is just a +2 power to everything if you get an absolute resonance of sloth. Yeah, if we had that right now, it would be pretty convenient. We'd be able to trigger it some of the time.
좋아, 간다.
And not really worth going for another sun shower here because we're still doing great.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
I feel like the Faith Ego gift should show some sort of status effect or something so you know it's active. Because it feels like it's you can definitely kind of feel the fact that its effect has been working, but still it just seems kind of invisible because it hasn't popped up or anything, so it could just be doing nothing and I could be getting lucky and I'd be none the wiser. Drop time. Oh, Dawn skill replacement. We can fix something then. Crow with poise. I mean, could be funny, but here we go. Change a rip to a leap. So there we go. So we've kind of fixed our mistake now. So she's now at 2 of everything, I think? Yeah. So effectively what would have happened if we had replaced one of our skill 1s with a skill 3. But now we're back to doing better on Gloom, at least. Four-leaf Clover is not a bad idea. Because the fact, if we kind of try and build around the poise stuff with Sun Shower, it could work. Kill with Gluttony, that wouldn't happen though. Green 5 poison, 2 poise count if he gets a crit. You know what, I'll take it. Might as well. We've only got one more shop after this, and we should be able to build up a fair bit of cost just by doing some of these fights.
가보지.
Guys, you two are weak to Pierce. You guys are neutral to Pierce and, Law? Sun Shower. Go for that because it's got better chances of winning. You go for that just so even if you do take a hit here, you'll be fine. This will go better than you think it will go, because you'll gain the... Is that a fair reason to risk it? Yeah. You'll gain like 1 sloth power up though, assuming Sun Shower goes first. Oh, exploit the gap. Nice. 1 thanks to the -2 flash power for the opponent. Oh, and Gregor won the clash anyways. I was kind of expecting him to lose it. I guess I just don't have faith in him. Head hit heal 15 HP, hitting 5 people. So he heals the max pretty much no matter what. I mean, that's just straight up 75 SP. Stagger. I didn't stagger one of them actually. This will stagger that guy though. Yep, there we go. And now in this situation, I think we're going to use it again. You know, don't kill there, just so we can maximize the effectiveness, as they say. Do they say that? I don't think so. I think that's just me speaking. No, that was a Tails. How does Faith work then? What? E.G.O skill counts as a skill that rolls a positive coin, yes? Shouldn't this have been a guaranteed heads? I mean, it still killed most of them, but... Still, it's a very strange E.G.O gift, and I feel like we've been getting most heads. I haven't been paying attention to every clash, so we very well could have gotten some tails when we shouldn't have, but I feel like we've been getting a lot of heads. Use a skill that flips plus coins. SP applies to the maximum value at the start of the next turn unless corroded. Alright, yeah. Skill flips plus coins. Do E.G.O skills that flip plus coins not count? They should count. Because the E.G.O skill still counts as a skill. Maybe that was the issue then. I don't know. So we're gonna do a second turn Sun Shower from here on out. That was kind of my plan at the beginning, but then I realized double Sun Shower is still funny. Because even if you get the tails on the first one and end up with 10 SP, you'll still get a heads on the next one and heal most of your SP back. But this turn, no, we'll do it second turn. We'll do fine on all these clashes. I think we could have gone for the Gloom skill with Gregor, but that's fine. We can just go for it next turn. Yeah. So this turn, we can roll tails on a lot of these people. It is a physical possibility, but this turn... Yeah, no, Faith triggered there. I think everyone, possibly? Can't tell if it triggered everyone, but it did pop up there. It's hard to see because it only pops up for like a split second. I don't know if it triggered for everyone. It should have triggered for everyone, but it didn't look like it triggered for everyone. I just wish there was some sort of status effect or something so I knew it was working. You just kind of have to have, well, faith. You have enough charge? You do not have nearly enough charge. You go for this then. That's fine, yep. You go for this then. That's also fine. Don't want to lose a clash. And you go for this then. Using a lot of egos here that they might actually just all die. Like, before we get the mass attack off, which is fine. Mostly just testing here. See if he's got a faith up. I guess next fight, second turn, I'm just going to pay close attention to see if faith does trigger. And if then I guess I'll test if it does trigger when he uses the ego scale. See if that's the issue. If so, that's fine. I can work around that. I guess this is also testing to see if all these people still get heads. I mean, we're using default egos, though, so they're already at max sanity. Honglu got the heads, though, I think. I really should have been paying more attention, but I'm very certain he got the heads. Even though you would have been probably at, like, 25 sanity or something. You got the tails there, though, what? It definitely triggered for Ryoshu, if nothing else. Does it just not work for egos? Because if so, that means Faith seems kind of awful. Yeah, no tails. What does Faith do? An ally uses skills that flip plus coins. It says plus coins plural. But then again, like, Yisung used a skill that used multiple plus coins. And he got heads on them. There's a turn from trying to build around Faith to trying to figure out what Faith even does. It feels like a placebo right now. Thinking like, oh yeah, I think it's working for the first heart, but I was just getting lucky with a lot of the sun showers. Take another fight here, even though we could take a heal, just because I need to figure this out. So let me read it again. Skill that flips plus coins. Allied SP applies as the maximum value at the start of the next turn. So if you lose SP, then it doesn't count? That doesn't make sense. Ryoshu didn't, or Rodion didn't lose any SP. It applies to the maximum value, so it isn't guaranteed to get heads, though. I guess that's the thing. And it's the start of the... So it's just awful. Does it just set people to max SP next turn if they lose all their SP? I guess that's the next question. Is it literally just setting people's SP to max each turn? If they use plus coin skills, which should be most of them. For the sake of this, we're gonna use year scale here. I feel like this has gone down the drain rapidly. We're using this. What else do we have to reduce sanity? We'll use this, see if your sanity like goes down significantly. These are both heads coins. We'll just have everyone try and lose as much sanity as possible this turn. We'll just have everyone go for egos. Yeah, that works for me. The enemies might all die though. They shouldn't. These guys are semi-tanky. They're like 200-ish HP. We're going for quite a few mass attacks though. The next turn they'll probably have like low sanity then. Or next fight. And then we'll be able to test it possibly. You're at 25. What is cast is nice because it's not a mass attack, but it'll make it so she loses 10 SP anytime any unit dies. The weird thing about the phrasing of face is the fact that it said applies as. So was it setting people to 45 sanity at the start of next turn, or was it just treating them as if, like, theoretically they had that much sanity? You got the head, so your sanity is going to be perfectly fine. I mean, it's still nice to be able to, like, get your sanity back up if your sanity, like, goes down from, like, E.G.O spam. Hard to say, though. I think we've only got one more mass attack. Hopefully Ryoshu's mass attack doesn't kill a bunch of them at once. It might, though. This turn's gonna be long just thanks to the E.G.O usage. He got the kill, so he just gained a bunch of sanity back. This shouldn't kill. This guy isn't staggered, and he's like... They resist slash? I think... Yes. 24. Yeah, they resist slash, so they shouldn't all die here. And we'll see if they're all brought up to max sanity when they quite clearly aren't all max sanity. Then teleport. I mean, like, it's still a nice effect to be brought up to max sanity every turn effectively, but 25? Yeah, just triggered. Okay, so that's all it does. I see. Because I think the start of the next turn is what was messing me up, and the fact that it said treated as if, like, it's talking about it like it's theoretical. Applies as the maximum value at the start of the next turn, unless corroded. Okay. That makes... I mean, the Sun Shower stuff still works. We just had a little testing session. Basically, everyone who used heads coin just gets max sanity next turn. So it makes the E.G.Os a lot less punishing. As long as it's an E.G.O with a positive value. Or with a heads coin. And Isang, finish this guy off. Nice. Victory. Well, back to our regularly scheduled program of spamming Sun Shower, and even if he gets the tails, everything will be fine. So that does mean I'm probably just gonna want to use Sun Shower for turn 1. Because it's a safe in case he rolls tails with Sun Shower, so it's still a good build, I think. I'm just trying to convince myself that this isn't just an entirely, like, failure of an episode. Yeah, no, it is fine. Because, you know, if nothing else, I figured out how Faith works. I think it's like a mid-tier E.G.O now. It's, like, not bad by any, like, means of the word, but, like... Eh? Also not, like, great. I've seen better. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. It's the kind of E.G.O gift that I think could very well be busted with certain things in the future. If we get someone who's got a lot of SP reduction, who, you know, wants high SP, it could be good. Like what I kind of would have expected Reindeer Ishmael to be, the kind of unit to lose a lot of SP with all of her attacks, then just gonna build it back. I mean, Reindeer Ishmael still can lose a lot of SP on, like, a team built around Gloom, such as, like, a sinking team. Since every time she triggers her passive with 3 Gloom Resonance in a single turn, she just loses 15 SP. Definitely can build up if she's not clashing. Okay. Nice. And now, yeah, everyone's max sanity. Everyone should be max sanity since... Well, the issue is, you no longer lose sanity from losing clashes, so it's really, like, a non-issue as far as, like, actually losing sanity. These guys also do resist Pearson's Sloth, so, you know, not exactly the best time for this kind of build, but that's fine. You have enough charge? Not yet. You will in time, though. You know, just do this. Use your Rift Space next turn, because you're going to have 2 of them. You're going to be forced to use it, pretty much. Oh, we're going to need to win that clash, still. Like that. So now we're winning every clash. And then this should just go... here? Yeah, that'll work. Ooh. Paralysis definitely helped for Gregor. Was it paralysis? I think it was. Was it? Maybe. I'm actually, like, not certain now. I feel like it was paralyzed, though. Something telling me it was. You got another head, so not really an issue here. Hits 3 people who solo gain 45 sanity. No, it only hits 2 people, so it only gains 30. So he won't be max per se, he'll be at 40. Yeah, but so we'll gain the 5 next turn. Yeah, I'm wrapping around to thinking Faith's like decent-ish. And the fact it only triggers if you actually use heads coins is nice. That means that like Sunshower, Heathcliff, and Encorp, or Grip Sinclair, it won't trigger for them unless you actually use an E.G.O with a positive roll. Which, I mean, I think it's just like, I think for Sinclair it's just Branch of Knowledge and maybe his Stew E.G.O. Because Impending Day is negative. I think his Stew Uncorroded is positive. Okay, can we just kill these guys already? They're being a little annoying. They're being a little silly. Neutral, it's not a neutral and you know it. And we're not doing great on as far as Gloom goes, so you use a Gloom. You know, maybe just redirect it with someone else. You know, maybe redirect that one too with an Upper Slash. That'll work. Rust, redirect that with the Upper Slash. Should hopefully stagger all of them here, maybe? Rip Space will do a lot. That's true. Didn't, I forgot to factor in the fact that we sure were using Rip Space that turn. This guy should be staggered by Otis, which means Sunshower should finish off the rest of them. I think pretty much every non-Sunshower attack is targeting the one who died first. Sunshower is just being used on this one after all. So, hopefully Faith still triggers even at the end of a fight. No, it's at the beginning of each turn after using last turn. So I think he'll be low SP next fight. So we'll just have to not start with the Sunshower, I suppose, to get his SP back up. Or we could just risk Sunshower. No, he's still at max SP. I don't know why. He shouldn't have gained that much back. I guess for killing an enemy, that's how he gained so much back, I think. See, what do we want here? Prejudice, Green Spirit, Bloody Gadget. Oh, we could do this. All eyes gain charge count at the start of the battle. We'll take that. 2 or more eyes have enemy skills, which they do. All eyes gain 5 charge count. That'll be nice for Dawn, I guess. And if we want the shop, we gotta go bottom path and something like this. That'll work for me. So, rest of the time, we're just gonna keep on spamming Sunshower, and we'll make it to the end like that. Hopefully. These guys neutral the Sunshower. No sign of the coin, sad. Struggling, sad, but you should still go with it. You can go for this. And then, like that. Dawn can just use a second turn, Rip Space if she so desires. And you know, she might so desire. This guy's getting his defense decreased. Always nice. Fame. Okay. Yeah, Gregor was going to do that flash, but Otis shouldn't have lost the flash. That was rude. Uncalled for, even. Another heads here. Still fine. We're doing great as far as this goes. I think I think I was getting Faith's effect kind of mixed up with one of the effects that you can get from Starlight. The one that's furthest to the left that makes it every third turn you're guaranteed to get like either heads on points that need heads or tails on points that need tails. So I for a second think I mixed up Faith with that. I mean, I say for the second if I don't mean like the first half of this run. I thought it just meant things were guaranteed to be heads, but no. It's just fixing our sanity whenever it drops a little below what it should be. A little bit of a sanity booster. For when you need it, you know? Okay, suppress. Let's get that guy low. There's another attack going for him, yep. Isung's got it, and then Rip Space. Just because we can. Victory. How are we doing on Gloom? Not great? We're doing fine, but not great. We're at like 10 Gloom or something. Oh, Sunshower! That's actually really good if we can just get a Sloth Absolute Resonance off every once in a while. Which hopefully we can. The Golden Urn's also funny, but at this point it's not gonna do much for us. Kinda too late to get too much more cost. It would have only helped for a single fight. So I guess Tomorrow's Fortune did pay off, because I think
칼은
we would have just
기다리는
gotten the urn
법인데
if we didn't have Tomorrow's Fortune.
1초만 기다려줄게.
And you know, that's pretty cool. Hmm. Can't get the Sloth Resonance off here. Fine, we can get a little bit of Gloom off, a little bit of
로저, 교전
possibly
시작.
losing clashes with Otis. As it be. If we get something else that gives us more Gloom from the shop, that could be nice. Just make it so everyone is going to get like a little bit of haste every turn. Can be nice. Although if we do need haste, which we really don't, we could just use Pro's Eye View, since that's 3 haste for everyone. And we've already got like such high max speed thanks to the
그러니까 거기서
the
이렇게
Starlight. I almost called it the
피했잖아.
Sunflower rewards. Could have tried dodging it. That's a good idea. Could have tried dodging it, I guess. Oh well, it didn't occur to me. Yeah. Almost. Almost got. I guess we should not go for Sloth then, but this fight's pretty much over, so I'm not too worried.
처리할 시간이야, 머저리들. 예측대로
Just, if we can't get Sloth Absolute Resonance, just don't go for the Sloth skills. Simple as that. That means next turn we might be able to get it, if the ordering of people goes well. Dawn's pretty much always going to be one of the fastest, thanks to the fact she's just going to get 2 haste pretty much every turn. Assuming she gets a early leap off. Which she should get like half of the time.
흐드러졌구려.
Roughly.
금방 끝내고 버스로 돌아갈 수 있겠다.
And yeah, we can get the Sloth Absolute Resonance off here. So everyone just gains +2 coin power.
것만 예.
Very balanced E.G.O gift. It does require you to build around Sloth, but like that's easy enough to do.
완벽한 한 방.
Just use a lot of things that have Sloth, and
다음은 어디요?
새롭다니까요.
that's all you need. A skill, even a skill 1 with +2 power is a force to be reckoned with for a lot of the skill 1s. And shop time, final shop. Dawn skill. Oh, Artistic Sense, this is the last one I need. Do more damage against enemies suffering negative effects from SP loss. Right, that's what this one does. When sinking is effect applies to enemies without sanity, the effect of the damage inflicted changes to whatever is the most effective. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. I'll take this because, well, I need this. Now I've gotten everything in my book. Don Quixote skill, replace a rip with a leaf. I'll do that. It means we'll have less sloth, so less sun shower triggering mileage, but that's fine.
하라고? 나?
It means we'll get more gloom, which is what we
뭐
probably really need to
최선은
get more of right now.
다해보겠다만.
좋아.
We'll see.
얼른
Ooh, we can
끝내고
get it off
밥
here.
먹으러
Nice.
가자고.
Got a lot of sloth coming in. I guess we should try and not go for the sloth with people that... Well, you need to do this so you have any chance of winning with Flash, but we'll go for this. Yeah, that'll be
처리할
good.
시간이야, 머저리들.
Drop up. +2 coin powers being very nice. Yoshi got staggered, that's fine. Honglu won his clash probably thanks to the +2 power. And then Sunshower, these guys got the heads, nice. It's also gaining +2 power from the Sunshower E.G.O gift. It's a little bit hard to, you know, say Sunshower so much, but there's so many things called Sunshower because there's 2 E.G.O skills, there's 1 identity, and then there's the E.G.O gift, all just called Sunshower. Probably because that's the entire, like, joke with Sunshower.
계속
다소
집중하지.
유리하구려.
And, like, the fox, the Korean myth thing.
처리할 시간이야, 머저리들.
다음은 어디요?
And Moment's Floral Breeze finishes him off, nice.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
And Bloodsteep Descent.
다시
There we go.
못 살게 구는 일은 없을
All of them
것이오.
dead. We've got 2 events coming up, 1 fight, and the boss, not in any particular order. Well, in a particular order, but not in the order I stated. Weak to Wrath, weak to Pierce. Weak to Wrath? That's the fox, I think. Oh, this is new. Something that creaks, squeaks, and shakes has stood before us. Inside is a pink liquid. Oh, it's the child bottle. It heaves whenever the liquid container shakes. Or it might be the liquid's movement that causes the massive glass body to move. The liquid seems to consist of multiple things and beings. Each droplet has its own face. One sad-looking droplet is pushed away by its mean-faced peers. The giant glass trembles, and a pink droplet is ejected. The droplet is crying. Put it back into the pink body. Comfort the pink droplet. Oh, we'll comfort it. Who will comfort it? That's a good sign. We have to do a check. In order to succeed, needs two. Needs multiple. I needs multiple since it's the best option. How do I confront it? Comforted. I kept on trying to say confront when it's obviously comfort. I don't know why. As odd as the order sounds, the center does their best to lift its spirit. The droplet seems perked up thanks to the center's efforts. I could be free thanks to you. Feels as though the droplet said something like that. Soon enough, the droplet disappeared from view, and an object that looked like a big glass container was left in the place. Crowd within a flask. Yep,
예술적이야.
we get this. Which is going to give us effectively 2 of every resource, and that's all.
기차와 같이
Little late to
달려나가겠어.
get that, but it would have been nice earlier. Not going to be nice now, but it means we'll get a little bit more gloom, a little bit more mileage from the sun shower spam. We can get it off here, and we can't get the Epsa resonance though, so we will avoid using it with the other guys. You can go for this. Yeah,
직접 나서지.
just make sure that you don't get staggered and die, because you already got staggered once, and we don't want that to happen again. Ugh. Failed, unfortunate. But here we'll get to see some usage out of Faith. It's been silently working in the background the entire time, just helping us out whenever we're in need of it. Won't do too much damage here. But it means they've all got defense level down, so that's nice. And next turn they'll be ready for another stronger sun shower attack.
모든 걸 거둬들일 순 없었어.
Staggered. And
예측대로
exploiting the gap. Enough to bring that guy to 1 HP. Could be another attack going for him. I don't think so, though.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
9 HP on that one. So we sun shower here. Oh, we get a big resonance off. Excellent. You know what? You just defend. Yeah, you can evade that probably. Cleanup finishes this one. Nice.
쓰러졌고.
A lot of them are just dying here. That's fine. We don't need them to die to the sun shower itself. We still got it off, and it's gonna hit these two. And you got tails again. Unfortunate. That's fine though. I can always corrode sun shower. I'm just feeling like going all in. Overclock it that easy. Yep, just that one left, but he's staggered, so. And finished. So now let's see what this one Abno is. Best case scenario, we're gonna see the bull in this event grab the coin. And nope, it's the bear. That's fine though. We'll take it. Just a little bit of bleed and defense level down from single coin stuff. We'll go for you. Didn't really think through because I'm fine if we lose this. Yeah, bleed and defense level down to the target with single coin. And now it's time for the boss. Weak to Pride, weak to Pierce. Probably gonna be Risen Sloth. Is it the Fox? I think it's the Fox. I think no, it's this guy. The Fox is Pierce and Balloon.
얼른 끝내고
Are you? How do you feel about Sloth? Oh, you're weak to Sloth. Oh. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to go for you. They're just gonna hit everything no matter what. Good. He's kind of gonna kill this guy, I think. I think that's all there is to it. Yeah, that's fine. I was thinking about it for a second. Who's clashing against this again? Oh, we can't. That's right. You've got a gimmick here. I forgot about that. That's fine though. Because we're just gonna use Sun Shower, destroy like the wine glass immediately. Fine by me.
무얼 잘못했는지
Inflicted
아는
tremor with
것부터가
that one. Interesting.
시작이랬어.
Certainly an effect to get. He's resisting a lot of this stuff, but he's not gonna resist the Sun Shower. Heads, nice. And it'll hit 3 targets, I think? It doesn't matter, because no matter what his Sandy will be max next turn. I don't know if it counts as 3 or it counts as 2, because it hits like 2 of his body parts. So yeah, it counts as 3. And we'll see him gaining his 45 Sandy back then. Yep, 3 of those. As expected. And then we couldn't redirect this one. Fatal. She's not staggered though, so she's fine.
끝이 보이네요.
And we can do it again. Would you look at that? You go for this again, because you can, and it really doesn't drain our resources too badly. You go for this. Does neutral, but it'll be a lot better than neutral, I'll tell you that much. And then you can... No, you can leap here, and then you can rip space in next turn.
할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
And Tails, sad. What is the passive for this Sun Shower exactly? I forget what it is. It's something good, I think. It's not like the main use of it. The main use of this E.G.O is the fact it's got insane damage output. And it's a 5-target mass deck. There's only 3 of those in the game.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
Well, the other 2 are Season 1 exclusive, so if you didn't get them on the Battle Pass, then you'd have to get shards for them. This is the only one you can get, like, this season. I mean, there's no 5-target mass decks on the Battle Pass, like, or on the Gacha. There are several on the Battle Pass. They're all on the Battle Pass, in fact. That was a little bit of a misspeak. We're just going to keep on building up the Sloth damage and Sloth power, and it'll be a lot by the end. Well, I mean, it's not going to, like, keep on going exponentially. It's going to be 2 power and 4 damage up every turn. Would be funny if we could just keep on building it up infinitely. And, yeah, we're not going to be able to get what I want off here. Sad. We can rip space, though. We can just weaken this up a bunch. The rest of you guys are going to focus on flashing against that, I guess. Trying not to die too badly. Totally fine. Rip space is going to be enough to stagger this thing, I think. No. Then Gregor will be enough to stagger this thing in the body. And Sun Shower should just finish it off, I think. If my calculations are correct. I don't remember how much HP he has. 215. Yeah, he dies to Sun Shower. Especially because Exploit the Gap still going through this will do a fair bit of damage. Yep, and we've got a weak attack coming through, and then Sun Shower to finish things off. Sun Shower spam with no consequences thanks to Faith. I did lose faith in Faith for a little bit in the Centaur, but you know, I've built my faith back up for Faith, so I now do have faith in Faith again. Aqua moment. Oh no, this doesn't... No, it does kill, I think. Yes. I was worried for a second, I was like, oh, that didn't do as much as I was expecting, and I was like, because of the glass. But it was still fine. I think the glass just wasn't weak to it, so we did mostly more to the body than the glass itself. So it just bloomed. I would like to capture most of them. Yeah, 47% Yi-Song. That's a couple. Yeah, 10,000. And he didn't even hit his allies once. Thanks to the fact of the proper SP management, thanks to Faith. That's quite nice. 101 Starlight, getting closer, ever so closer. And... do we have enough Starlight to get another reward? What am I at? Am I at 450 now, I think? Somewhere around there. 350. Yeah, no, not quite. I can get either these damage taken minus 10% or either resources for affinities starting identities +1. I mean, I'll probably take the damage taken firstly, because that's just better survivability. Sounds pleasant. And it's gotcha time. Yippee. Yahoo. Wahoo. Will we get anything good here? I use all my luck on the actual 10 pulls, so I never get, like, great luck on the 1 pulls. Which I think is pretty optimal. It's pretty Yi-Song, if you will. Yi-Song. There's a 2-star. There's some Sinclair shards. That's nice. Oh yeah, funny thing, I'm just gonna show this, about the fact, we're getting a Mersault 3-star. I haven't even used any boxes on him. Ever. I've never used a single box on Mersault. I've either gotten his stuff from the gacha, like actually, or I've just gotten lucky. I've just gotten a bunch of... I've gotten a lot of Warp Mersault duplicates, that's the thing. Oh, another 2-star. That's nice. More shards. And Rodion. Sure. I used to have a lot of Rodion. I still do, yeah. These three I've got a lot of. I've got a lot of most of them. Ryoshus I don't because of the E.G.O. I have bad luck when it comes to getting the E.G.Os from the gacha, so those are a big focus for a lot of my shards. I mean, I did just kind of straight up buy both the Ryoshu E.G.Os with shards because I didn't get them from my initial 10 pulls. That's fine though. And Ishmael banner. What will we get? 1-star. Alright, not bad. 3 1-stars and 2 2-stars. I'll take it. Anyways, that'll be all for this episode. Had a little bit of uncertainty when it came to how to use Faith properly. I figured it out by the end though, and we made fairly good use of it, just kind of demolishing everything in our way with the 5-target mass attack. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.